Okay, hey everybody, what's up? Captain Fail here once again, and I got something interesting to show everyone. It's just something I've been working on for a little while. I think I probably put maybe 14 hours into this project, and this is in Tekkit Classic, obviously, a bit Minecraft. But I was just looking for a world to build some creative stuff in, found a single village house. I kind of thought there was more to it than that, but I guess I was wrong. And we have two holes. This one is going to not be accessed right away. I'm still working on it, and this one is for humans to access. Obviously, this is not built in survival. There's just way too much here. At least in my opinion. Maybe, I don't know, but rails are expensive, the stone is expensive, these tools are expensive. Wait until you get into the control room. Steel blocks, metal ceiling. It's interesting because this is my take on a nuclear reactor or a nuclear facility. Basically what we have here is quite simple. On the surface it's simple. We have reactor stacks. These are the electronics powering, or keeping an eye on them. The reactors are powering everything. I've got the illuminators from I2, which I don't know why I was going to type that in. These things, which are powered behind the wall. And I've got the stack, where in the stack each reactor represents, and the type of reactor it is, and the cooldown time. Because Mark II reactors take a little while to cool down, whereas Mark I's like this one take no time whatsoever. Also, I've got the remote thermal monitors and the industrial alarms. So if these things heat up past 100, the alarm sounds, it will trip this, which will shut it off for a little bit. We've got control things here. A lot of them are redundant, and then we have the big master control switch. I have 4 reactor stacks in total. I'm calling them that. If you feel that that is incorrect, then please feel free to attempt to correct me. I might not care though. We've got this one over here, which has been a troublemaker for the longest possible time. I don't know anything about it, though I do know it likes to heat up, and I can't figure out quite why. According to the thing I used, it said it should be a Mark II, and it should top off at about 40 some odd heat. It's tripped these alarms multiple times. Stack 3, I've not really tested thoroughly, but turns out they're wrong as well. And then stack 4 is basically completely unknown. I think I booted it up for about 5 minutes. But stack 1 is my completely safe ones. I'll take you quickly downstairs and show you what's going on there. Be aware my video is going to start dropping frames because this facility is laggy. I'll show you why in a few moments. Okay. Ignore the wireless transmitter, and this facility is not done. I would say I'm about probably 50 to 70% of the way there, but okay, we got the 4 stacks of nuclear reactors. Each stack contains 3 nuclear reactors. All of the reactors in the stack are running the same configuration. Each stack is running a different configuration from the next. But this is a fairly decent power generation when you've got 3 of them. It's also not the cheapest though, but it works and is completely safe. I don't need any of the power systems and backup and stuff on it, but I have them anyways. I've got them all hooked directly into an MFSU, linking to another MFSU, going out to the middle, which is a giant bank of MFSUs. And I use the elevator rails because they look better than ladders, in my opinion. But don't know how much each MFSU stores, but it stores enough, or is storing right now. I know how much they store. It's like 25 million or something. Oh, 100 million. I guess they changed it, or I'm thinking something else. But yeah, I got that. That's not terribly important. It's not going anywhere. I'm probably going to build a city on top of this. And then you've got this big thing in the center, and this is intended to be a cooling machine for when you have, like, say, a Mark III, 4, or 5 SUC or SUC reactor. Those things require external cooling, which comes in the form of ice. I can't, unfortunately, show that to you because it is behind this, the battery boxes, those things, or it's actually directly behind those things. I forget what they're called. And those require blue electric power, which I think I'm generating, but I might have done something wrong. I've got thermopiles, and there's lava underneath each of them. I might show that off in a later video. I've got a timer. I've got wireless redstone everywhere. Oh my gosh, this makes things so much easier than vanilla. And you'll see why in about 5 minutes when I get upstairs back into the control room, but this is keeping it off. And right here, I can go down. I've got kind of maintenance areas. But right here you get all the wiring for it. It's an AND gate, and apparently I have to turn all 3 of them on. I built this about 3 months ago, so I don't remember what I was doing or thinking. Probably wasn't. But for whatever reason, I love my redundant safety systems, which you'll find out about in a little bit. But yeah, there's that. Those things, I believe, every tick can pump out 1 stack. Oh no, what is it? I think that's about every tick or so. Each one of these, there's 5 of them, can pump out a stack of ice along these tubes straight into a reactor, which on the higher tier reactors, the 3s, 4s, and 5s, is absolutely necessary and can actually get it down to a Mark I. But, yeah. Back into the control room, where it's a little less laggy until you get behind the walls. Okay. And I can't hold shift, so there we are. I think in the center of the control room we have the backup power. I can throw in a Lapotron crystal, and that will let me keep all of those up and running. There's 4 of them. They also are capable of storing small amounts of power and outputting it. I think I got a few more up there, or 1 more there, and then I've got 4 high voltage transformers. And then if we go into the ceiling over here, must be raining. Alright, I'll explain all this in a minute, but you've got the high voltage behind that, the medium voltage, and then the low voltage. Glass fiber cable, because I love it. And then we've got that feeding into all the lights and all of the remote thermal monitors. Now, if we go back down, I'll keep this open because I'm lazy, and we'll be back up there. Okay. So, let's start up reactor stack 1. So, you've got a master control switch here, and you can't hear it, but I'll show you something in a second. Master control switch 2, which I don't have a sign for, and then master control switch 3. The entire facility is now capable of running, simply by flipping one of these levers. Ow. You're not missing out on much audio. Flipping that, this light turns off. That would be, I guess, the fault light if there's an issue. But these are completely safe, so I'm going to keep them booted. And you know what? Let's start pile 2. Ow. Reactor noises. Not fun. We also have a kind of emergency switch that locks it into an off position. As you can see, the reactor... What are these things called? Industrial Information Panel. Yep, and we flip that back on, and that works. And if we flip this off, all the reactors in the room shut off. And then they're back on. And, okay. So I'll hop behind the walls real quick and kind of show you how all this works. I designed the entire system myself, I swear, and I have no idea how half it works. Alright. Okay, let's start with the switch. We're going to ignore the fact that there's numbers. This one is for reactor 1. This is the main power switch. And then we have reactor 1, or frequency 1112. So those two, if it starts with a 1, or if it's 111, it's going to control reactor 1. Fairly simple. Kind of stupid the way I designed it, but it works. So that is going to send a signal over here to this mess of a wall. This is absolutely insane. Okay, so we have reactor, control panel, doodad, wireless receiver, all one. That's plugging into a what is that? An inverter or an invert cell, and then that's going up into here, which this one is. It's going to get a little confusing. It's getting plugged into here, and if that is not on, then this one is on because it's an inverter. And then that is going to send a signal over, what is that one, 1114. So that's going to send a signal over to here, which, okay, where's that going? Okay, you get 1114, which is plugged into an OR gate, which is basically what this piece of redstone is, or red wire is, and then that's going to 1113. Anyone who has built a nuclear reactor in tekkit knows that if a tekkit does not receive if a reactor does not receive a redstone signal, it is in an on state. The moment it receives a redstone signal, it is turned off. A little annoying, a little weird to me, but whatever. And then we have the 1110. Oh, a little bit of lag. Sorry, someone walked in on me. Okay, so where was I? 1110, right. That is going to be plugged into this, which is the master control switch down here. You can see it's lit up, and it is hooked into an invert cell, I believe. It might be something more, I can't quite tell, because I built this yesterday, and anyone who knows me knows I can't remember. Yeah, it looks like it's just plugged into a simple invert cell. And then that is going to send a signal up here when that is not off, so anyone that's doing a little bit of wiring probably understands what's going on. But we have other things here, so this is 1112, I believe, which is for the emergency shutdown. So if we don't want to shut down the entire plant and just want to shut down one reactor, we can flip that switch. And that also, that's going to light this up. Then we have, whenever this is lit, so 1114, whenever that is lit, the fault light trips. Fairly simple. And then we have, I think I buggered that one up. 4448. Yeah, that one's messed up. And that, yeah, considering it's 1115. But whenever these reach over 100 heat, they trip this. I should probably go fix that right now. That's a couple of issues. No, 4448, we want fault 1. And I was smart enough to go and say, you know, I should probably name all of these. Still don't know what half them do. And a lot of them are quite simple. Let me just double check. Yeah, I got them all. Okay, strange. Most of them are quite simple in what they do. I mean, if you're just looking at it, you just kind of go, yeah, that makes sense. Then we have this, which is the kind of, what are they? The all-on switch, or the master control switch. So there's one on the other side, and those go... right, there's an AND gate. That's what is below right this. Okay, below right this. I cannot speak, okay? Chill. Alright, so you got an AND gate down there, right below this invert cell. I can't pull it off because there will be issues. Another thing I love about red wire, or red power, wrong button. Okay, so there's 3 of these receivers, and they're plugging into that because it needs all 3. When all 3 are turned on, the invert cell goes off. Also, something cool I just added because I was bored and was like, you know, this place needs a bit more flair, and this is really the only part of the video that you're missing out on audio. And I'm sorry, I can't help that. I've been searching for a solution. Nothing's working. What can I break? This one. Okay. So, this is... I believe I just called it the alarm. Horn. Okay. So whenever one of those things is flipped, there's 3 things kind of like this. This one is the master alarm. And if we go over here, I believe this will actually cut off power to a bunch of lights. Okay, if we go over here, we have a receiver set to the frequency down there, the frequency down there, and the frequency over there. The 3 master control switches. The other 2, I believe there's one there and a third in that corner. This is something I built about 2 hours ago, and then I took a break. But what we have here is a simple, this thing, receiver, 2 pieces of redstone, repeater set on 2 ticks, and a repeater set to no delay, and then okay, when this is flipped, you'll have to imagine that being over there. Actually, I can do that. One sec. Which one was that? That was 1010 something. This place is really hard to navigate, by the way. I did not build it like that. Okay, so flip that, all the reactors turn off. I do love my redundancy and emergency failure and backup and blah 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 and fancy stuff. This is not the right one, so we'll go the long way around. This one. Perfect. Okay. So which frequency are you? 1001, so 1011, right? All on 2. Okay. This is gonna turn on the reactors, but what's gonna happen, the signal will go through the block, then the piston will extend, and it will send out a signal. But only for a half second. Or it will, this will send a signal to the transmitter, but the second this piston moves out, you're gonna lose signal. And unfortunately, all the reactors turn on at that point, so my earbuds or headphones kind of hurt my head. Alright. And then that simply sends it over to here. There it is. Okay. And then this one's fairly simple as well. When that thing receives a signal, it runs off the same circuit. There's a timer here set to max delay. That just lengthens the redstone signal a little bit. And then it's going to feed into a howler alarm, which I absolutely love, and this thing, which is set to delay. And that, if it's set any longer or any shorter, it sounds a little off. I demonstrate, but again, I can't do sound. Yeah. But that just adds a delay because you're getting a pulse here, and then a half second, or by the time this pulse ends, you get this thing. Ah. Right. Can't click on it. And I'm getting a little bit of lag. It is fairly laggy on my computer, but I got a low-end computer, so it is to be expected. Let's put the doors back on. Right. Again, I built this place. You think I know what I'm doing. And there's nothing behind these. There's just a couple of switches. Don't quite know what I'm going to build in the future, but yeah, you never know. Okay, let's flip that back on, and horn blares again. We can watch these things heat up. I don't really have to prove to you how these things work, because if you built a reactor in Tekkit Classic, you know what you're doing. And yes, really they're all there is to it at this time. There's going to be more added in the future. Before I go, though, I would like to share my reactor designs, just so everyone kind of can steal them or do with them as they please. The world will not be put up for download for a chunk of time. I'd like to finish it before then, but anyone that wants the world, I will post it in the comments and in the video once I have it uploaded. And if anyone has any questions, feel free to ask. I might be able to rebuild the entire redstone layout in a non-confined space so you can see what's going on. But okay, this is pile 1. 6 uranium fuel cells. Fairly efficient. Don't quite know the EMC that this thing can generate, but it generates enough to keep this facility up and running, which is not a whole lot of power because it's running all low voltage stuff. And that's a design that I use in every reactor when I need it. This is a reactor I found on, I believe, the wiki. It said it was perfectly safe. It's not. It has heated up, and I don't know how hot it's going to get. I'll run some tests and leave some notes in the lab. Or, not the lab. There is no lab yet. I should build that. Here we have reactor 3. There's an access point. What is that, 8? No, 10 cells? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 10 cells. Not particularly stable. Don't know all the specifics. If you try inputting it in the reactor planner, you'll get a Mark 1. This is not a Mark 1. It heats up. And then we have reactor 4. I believe that one, reactor 3 I custom built, reactor 1 I sorta built / stole, reactor 2 I did steal, and this one I also stole. Hang on. I can stick a spare uranium fuels. Uranium. U-R-A. There. Okay. Oops. But yeah, each of these follows the same design. That explains a little bit, though. And in reality, this facility is quite simple. It just looks like it's got a lot behind it. And I could probably make this a heck of a lot simpler by just sticking monitors and levers down, but, you know, that's not my style. Overcomplicated for the win, and I don't even know if these things work. Oh, wait, there you are. Thermopiles. There's water in between them and lava underneath them. That's all I can tell you. I don't know. I've not really delved too deep into the world of blue electricity, or bluetricity, or however the heck they pronounce it. And I don't think it works either. Because, for the life of me, I cannot get this battery box to work. But that's a problem for another day. So, I don't really have a whole lot more planned on this. I'm probably going to spruce up the control center, make it look a little cooler. Might, in the future, add some computers, computer things, just so I have a little bit more monitoring and can go, oh, this is a stack, or this is stack 1 and cooldown and all. I'm definitely going to add something to this wall because, yeah, it's just hiding. I'm not ashamed to show this. I built it myself, and it works. I'll let people steal the design. But yeah, I might post some photos to a wiki or somewhere. I'll fix that later. But yeah, I need to quit breaking those. So this wiring alone took me about, I think, 4 hours, and I kept having to redo it, but it's fairly complicated. And below this light there is a wireless transmitter. There's also, like, I want to say about 6 thick floor here, so if there's a nuclear incident, it's gonna go straight down into bedrock. So what is that? 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 is a little overkill. But this entire facility is basically total overkill. And you probably could build it survival friendly too. You just need, I think, an Enderman farm and cactus and some steel. Or that's iron. But I think most of the components, once you have a decent base setup, wouldn't take too long. But yeah, leave a comment in the comment section. Any ideas, things I could do to make it better. If you have a link to a reactor design, heck, I'd love that. Oh yeah, tips and suggestions as well are welcome. It's Minecraft, it's about community, really, so yeah, I'll take suggestions. I'm going to start getting back into video uploading. I'm going to try and pre-record some videos and upload them Sundays when the internet is good. Or rather, when I have access to good internet. But yeah, that's about it. So thank you for watching, and please don't forget to at least comment. I love reading comments. Even though I know it's only about 3 of my friends, I love reading your comments. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all eventually. I know your work. Wait, I got this. I got this.